Welcome back. Angela shows up at the home she and her current spouse, Victor, share. However, she is met by his lawyers rather than having the friendly meeting she had hoped for. Their divorce is finalized, and the prenuptial agreement has an infidelity clause that prevents Angela, who has now cheated on Victor with Tommy, from receiving any money, homes, or interests. However, she is able to preserve her cherished Bentley. After furiously signing the paperwork, Angela leaves the house, running into Victor's new, young lover en route. She steals some vintage wine before she departs. Tommy receives a call from Nate on his way back, informing him about Cooper. After speaking with the sheriff, he learns that Cooper has to be flown to the hospital due to a collapsed lung from the assault. He calmly and swiftly calls Angela and instructs her to meet him there. In Landman episode 5, the Norris family's situation was improving. Despite one family dinner night incident, Angela and Tommy were formally back together, and Ainsley was establishing a new life in Midland. Returning to Midland, Nate and Rebecca show up at Ariana's house to offer the widows $250,000 apiece in exchange for not suing MTEX Oil for the murders of their husbands. Ariana appears hesitant, as if Nate and Rebecca had something to conceal, while the other two women sign. When she phones Cooper for advice, the sheriff answers the phone. She promptly betrays Manuel by telling him about his and Cooper's violent altercation a few days prior after he informs her that Cooper has been badly beaten to within an inch of his life. She rushes to the hospital after leaving the conference. When Ariana gets to the hospital, Ainsley and Dale are already there, and a doctor informs them that Cooper will need to be under observation for a few days while he is not having surgery. He also has damaged ribs and a concussion. Tommy contacts Boss in a fit of wrath and tells him what occurred. That evening, the two begin formulating a strategy to deal with Manuel and Antonio. When Cooper finally awakens, he appears awful. Dale tries his best to console him as Ainsley, Dale, and Ariana enter his room. Even though Manuel attacked him out of envy, Cooper reminds Ariana that the attack wasn't her fault while they are alone. Manuel and Antonio are unaware of what is going to happen to them at the man camp. Boss and his friends greet Tommy and Dale, and they all approach Manuel's door. He opens it, and Tommy starts viciously hitting them both. Boss and his friends take Antonio into the other room when he refuses to reveal the identities of the other people who assisted them in attacking Cooper. What happens to him isn't shown to us, but it sounds awful, no doubt. Tommy warns Manuel that the sheriff is coming and that he will probably spend 30 years behind bars for breaking his parole with several offenses. To make sure he never works on an oil patch again, he will also be placed on a blacklist. Antonio provides the names of the men who assisted them, and the sheriff shows up as promised, taking Manuel into custody. Dale tells Tommy that the patch is growing wild once more on the way home. Tommy, still shaken, says he can't allow Cooper to work there any longer because he just ain't mean enough. Go ahead and let us know in the comments below. Once you do just that, remember to also come back for other updates.